Hello there, welcome to The Real You. This is Susanna. Thank you so much for choosing to watch my videos, for liking and subscribing, and for all your comments and suggestions. In this video, I'd like to address a very important subject that I've recently discussed in one of the sessions with my clients, which is I am broken, defective. Now, I don't have the pretense and I don't claim to be able to fix this for you with this tapping session, although you never know. However, we can go a little deeper into the subject and perhaps it could give you some clarity and help you undo some of the structures that you have built around this idea or belief that you are broken. It's not only once that I've encountered this issue, and unfortunately many people hold on to this thought idea that there is something deeply wrong with them, that they are broken, that they are defective, and that they will never be able to function normally, that they will have to work hard for the rest of their lives in order to deal with this dysfunction or this issue, that they would have to put a lot of effort into it just to keep afloat, rather than, spending their life creating themselves and creating their lives. Now, this is heavy. During the conversation that I had with my client, and by the way, she was very kind to allow me to share some of these aspects of the conversation that I had with her. So during the conversation with her, her main question was if it's okay to put so much effort into working on herself, just to keep herself going. Do I waste my time doing all that when perhaps I should be focusing on doing something else, she asked. Now, this is a very pertinent question, and it's always good to have a consultation to get clarity and get some coaching, as the answer is not that simple. For those of you who want to work with me, you'll find how to do that and how to contact me on the links below. But here are a few hints that you might find useful. Now, firstly, let's look at being broken or unfixable. Now, there are events in our lives that are traumatic indeed. Life is harsh. And there are life events that could leave major scars in one's heart, mind, and body. This is a fact. Now, the pretty packaging that we're using in our society, the technology, the convenience that many of us benefit from, cannot prevent us from feeling that inner suffering no matter how much we are trying to avoid that. So indeed, scars do exist and they are real at a certain level. And it is best that one is aware of them rather than pretending that everything is fine and perfect. However, nothing of who you are can really be broken. But this is another subject. We're getting into philosophy here. But this is where the major confusion is. And this is one key element that enables freedom and release from scars. The you that can be broken is not the real you. Actually, when one looks at it from closer, one can see the light coming in through that little crack. Secondly, there are cases indeed when people cannot be fixed. But since you're watching this video, you're probably not of that category. There are people in mental institutions, people with severe pathological disorders, who might not be able to come out of them until the end of their lives. However, I'm pretty sure that you're not one of them since you're watching this video and you're looking for answers. Next, about the question, is it okay to spend so much time watching all kinds of videos, doing meditations, focusing so much time on this broken part of yourself? Well, Ayurveda, this Indian system of medicine that I practice, states that in order to heal an imbalance, one needs to apply the opposite of that which created the imbalance in the first place. For instance, too much cold will be balanced by heat. Dryness is corrected by applying humidity. Usually the remedy should have an opposite nature of that which caused the imbalance. Now, the past events, or the series of the past events, have created an imbalance in you. And it is normal, advisable, natural, and wise to address that. Now, the question is how we do it. It is one thing to realize that you are off balance and put into place a structure, a strategy that will help you attain and keep that balance and to keep you going, as we do in Ayurveda. And there's another thing to make out of these self-help techniques a full-time job. We have to be very clear about that. A daily sadhana, a daily practice, adopting a lifestyle that aims to re-establish that balance is a necessity. And not only for those who feel broken. I think it is a necessity for all of us. Our society is moving faster and faster and is changing at an unprecedented rhythm. And we do need to make some extra effort to keep ourselves sane. However, this should not be a full-time job. The sadhana or the spiritual practice should be the support, the vehicle, the container that you are creating for your own mind and body so that you can be a sane and useful human being. Because in the end, it comes down to this. How much do you know yourself? How much do you know this machine, this body, this mind? Are you using it properly? Do you know what it can do? Can you use it at its full potential? This is the purpose of the spiritual sadhana. Now, doing all kinds of things and approaching the state of imbalance blindly out of fear, anxiety, frustration, or hate by all kinds of therapies, methods, mixing everything up, switching from one therapy to another, might not be the answer for you. One needs to do this appropriately and with remedies that are efficient and suited to your need. Also, paying attention to what is happening within you and taking the time to address those things is never a waste of time. The best contribution you can have to the people around you, to your family, your parents, your children, to the world, is to put yourself together and master your own mind and your own body. This is your main duty. However, this needs to be done with awareness, with kindness and care, and with a sense or a little bit of sense of objectivity, as in a lab. And this is where it is important to have more knowledge or to ask the help of someone who has it. Furthermore, there is no such a thing as a life without worries and pure pleasure. Most of the people that show perfect lives on social media do not have perfect lives. People who do have better lives do have struggles, but they learn how to ignore, bypass, or live with them. Some of them, a fewer in number, learn how to really master their broken parts. Also, feeling inadequate, broken, or unsuited for life in this reality could be also a result of our culture, of these modern tendencies where we're promoting what is fast, quick, perfect, ideal, and utopic. Quick fixes. At the soul level, things are different. Things take time. It takes the time it takes. There is a process of ripening that needs to happen. In nature, things happen in time. We want to believe that we're smarter than nature and that we can conquer it and force things against it. And of course we can, but this is not the way or the wisest way to go. And in the end, nature always catches up. In addition, what do we mean by fixing a broken part? What do you mean by fixing? The past events that seem to have created this scar have generated all sorts of reactions in you and mechanisms for you to cope with the world and with life. Now, we cannot undo the past, but we can undo those mechanisms. We can unlearn what we learned, and we can re-educate our minds to think in a different way and to have different responses. In Ayurveda, we say that everything that has been done can be undone. Everything can be observed, absorbed, and dissolved into the light of consciousness. Sometimes this will be a lifetime work. And this is the part that we're not getting in our fast, quick fixes and consumerism society that we have created around us. But for those who practiced yoga and studied or read at least the Bhagavad Gita, you know that we are asked to do the right action with no attachment whatsoever to the fruit of your action. Do what the situation requires you to do and leave it to that. Some things can be understood and we could extract some meaning of some events in our lives during a lifetime. Others will need more time than that. However, everything that happened in one's life can be dealt with and seen from a different perspective, and is a useful event to your soul. And as I said in the beginning, when you feel broken, if you look closely, if you dare to go down there at that broken part of you, you might see the light coming in through that crack. Now, I swear I wanted to make a very short introduction. Obviously, that was a nice try. But I know these clarifications might shed more light to your question and give you a good start. Now, before doing the tapping, I want to remind you that if you're watching this video and you're willing to do this exercise here with me, you know that this is safe. Saying certain things out loud is not any worse than saying them to yourself in your mind. Now, what you may consider broken could be actually a very intense accumulation of emotions that were too harsh or too painful to release or to feel or to experience. Please assume full responsibility for your own state of well-being and know that your unconscious mind will always work at protecting you. And so in this session, we'll be releasing only as much as you are ready and willing to release. Now let's do the tapping together. Now please get in touch with this idea that you're broken. If you repeat it out loud a few times, it shouldn't be too difficult to bring forth the emotions that are attached to it. Please keep in mind that this is just a thought. And once you feel that, notice where that happens in your body. And then rate the intensity of this feeling or the truthfulness of the affirmation, I'm broken, on a scale from 0 to 10, where 0 is total absence and 10 is the maximum that you could feel or you experienced. And now let's start with the karate chop. Even though I am broken and I fear that it's going to take a long time for me to fix this, I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though I'm broken and I know that it's going to take a long time to fix this, if I can fix it, I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though I'm broken, I feel broken, defective, or unfixable. And I'm afraid that it's going to be a long and painful process. I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Now let's do one round with this sentence. I'm broken and it cannot be fixed. I'm broken and it cannot be fixed, or I cannot be fixed. I'm broken and I cannot be fixed. I'm broken and I cannot be fixed. Notice what happens in the body. Stay aware of the sensations that you feel in your body. I am broken and I cannot be fixed. I am broken and I cannot be fixed. Take a deep breath, please. That's right. I am broken and I cannot be fixed. Feel and notice what happens in the body. I'm broken and I cannot be fixed. And on top of the head, I'm broken and I cannot be fixed. Take another deep breath right now and just stay with whatever is coming up. Breathe through that consciously. That's right. And even if I could be fixed, it could take a long time to do that. I'm broken. And it's going to take a lifetime to fix. I want to be able to create my life. I don't want to waste my life on fixing myself. I'd like to be able to create myself as I'd like to be. I want to be able to create myself not because I'm broken, but because I can create myself as I want to be. I'm afraid I'll have to spend a long time dealing with this. Perhaps my entire life. Take a deep breath, please. My entire life. I will have to go through this. I will have to endure this. I will have to live with this. Let's say that again. It seems heavy. I will have to live with this. And take a deep breath, please. That's right. And this frustrates me. Take another deep breath. Very good job so far. If you want, you can drink some water. And we continue with another series on the karate chop. But before doing that, I would like you to become aware of how you're feeling, of the emotions that have been stirred by this first part of the tapping. And what are the emotions, your reactions, responses towards this broken part of you? With my client, we have identified shame and hate and frustration. So we're going to use these in the second part. Don't worry if it's not clear for you. We just do the tapping together. Even though I hate this part of myself that is broken, that it stops me from creating my life and having real goals, I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though I can't accept how and where I am today, I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though I feel ashamed for being broken, ashamed of my past, I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though I feel frustrated because I might have to spend my whole life fixing this and I'm not even sure that it's going to work, I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Now let's start. I'm frustrated. It bothers me to always have to fix myself. I'm not good enough as I am. I can't accept myself as I am. I can't accept myself how I am today. I can't accept how I am today. Just take a deep breath, please. I can't accept where I am today. I don't like myself too much under the arm. And since I don't like myself at all as I am, I need to improve and fast. I hate how I am now. I always need to work harder to be a little bit better. I feel so frustrated. I hate myself. I hate that I'm broken. I hate this broken part of me. Please take a deep breath and just notice what happens. Allow that to be released. I hate my past. Allow that to be released. I'm ashamed that I can't show and express who I really am or who I really want to be. I can't accept how I am now because I can't live like this. It is very frustrating and painful. I can't show up in the world like this. It is awful. I hate that I have to go through this. I feel angry and powerless because this broken part of me is bigger than I. This broken part of me feels bigger, stronger, and more powerful than I. It takes over my whole life, and I can't fix it. I won't be able to fix it. I'm tired of going through this. I wish things were easier. I wish I could just create my life. I wish I didn't have to put up with this mess. I can't accept who I am. I can't live like this. It is very painful. Take a deep breath, please. I wish it wasn't like that. I wish I were complete and whole. I wish I were a normal person, living a normal life. Please take a deep breath. Let's say that again. I wish I were a normal person, living a normal life. Allow that to be released. Just breathe consciously and stay aware. You're doing good. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of it. Just breathe through that. Acknowledge that. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of feeling broken, of having to carry this burden. I'm tired of always having to fix myself. On the other hand, I know that I cannot change the past. But I can choose to release now the emotional charges attached to it. Or at least a part of them. I can choose to undo what can be undone. I can choose to relearn what I have forgotten. I choose to see the truth of who I am beyond this broken part. I can choose to see what is true and valid in me right now. Let's say that again. I can choose to see and to acknowledge what is true and valid and sane and whole and complete in me right now. I choose to acknowledge what is complete and whole and true in me, despite what's broken. I can choose to be the light in this world despite what happened. I can choose to be connected to the source, whatever that means to you. I can choose to love and appreciate life. And I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Very good. Now you can take a deep breath, drink some water. This is fantastic. You've done a great job. This is not easy to do. I know that. So just be proud of yourself and congratulate yourself. Now say out loud again, I am broken, and rate again on a scale from 0 to 10 the intensity or the truthfulness of this affirmation. And of course you can repeat the session if you need to, whenever you need it, as often as you need to. Now, regardless of what created this in your life, know that this session could be of a great help, because we are helping you release all of these thoughts that are essentially an attack to yourself. Probably you've noticed that. And also probably you've noticed that we haven't mentioned any situation or any person, because this is really up to you now, regardless of what happened in the past. It is totally up to you now how you're looking at this broken part, what you do with it. And remember that metaphor, and if you want, you can use it in your meditation, or you can actually do it before you fall asleep. Imagine that you're going deep down in that, towards that broken part of you, and then you notice the crack, and then as you look through it, you just see this most pure and most beautiful light. And of course, if you want to go even deeper and even further, and if you want to undo even more of all these blockages and everything that keeps you stuck and blocked and make you believe that you are irreversibly broken, don't hesitate to contact me and get an appointment, get some coaching, and let's get through this. Thanks again for watching, for subscribing, and I'll see you soon.